Hello, beautiful Lyran Starseeds. This is Star Goddess Oracle and Tarot, and we're connecting with the energies of light from the Lyran Light Field, the Lion Light Council, and we're receiving messages and information about what kinds of soul lessons and energies we're moving through at this time. These are daily readings dedicated to Lyran Starseeds and Urmah Soul Pod. I was doing New Moon in Gemini festivities yesterday, so I'm doing 2 readings today. Whenever you find this reading, that's when you were meant to find it. So connecting in with me now and the Lyran Light Field, calling in Sekhmet, Bastet, Isis, Izzy, Mahis to be with us in this energy, giving us messages. I'm in agreement with Source and only Source. I'm in alignment with light and only light. And from the other reading that I did today, we're starting now with the Page of Pentacles. And in that reading, that information was coming in the near and now position. So just thinking about building that bridge, creating that next chapter, and moving into the heart of the situation. When you look at that, when you are looking at that possibility, moving into the heart space, we have strength and being on the other side of any fear consciousness or fear timelines or feeling as though there's resistance because of fear. Here's the Strength card. This is all about stepping into that alignment with everything that you have the capability of doing, of channeling, of aligning with. So instead of having that resistance or that wall of resistance of any kind, it's like, okay, I'm going to step into some consciousness activity, consciousness channeling, meditation, and really look at what happens if I pick up that call, if I heed the call. I'm available to do it. I'm aligned to do it. I have the strength to do it. What happens if I did it? Then overlying this or on the top of mind, we've got the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. This is truly about, it could be about life's work. However, I want to say that's life's work right now, because that will seemingly, it feels like it will evolve. But right now, it is life's work. So this is about heart expansion. Heart expansion happens when fear is overcome. So this is an alignment or a thought experiment about what would happen if I jumped in the pool? What would happen if I did the thing? Happening now and into the near future, here you are being in complete control of the project, whatever it is, whether this is a relationship, a work situation. This is you being in control of your own life. The big picture is talking about the Tower reversed. So this is like, okay, I'm going to take control of this situation so that I know I'm building with the Page of Pentacles. I'm building so that there is no crack in the foundation. You know, I'm also hearing, which is part of this card too, that I'm just prolonging the inevitable. So I don't feel like everyone is having this, but I am hearing someone saying, I'm worried about this actually coming full circle, coming into a completion of some kind. I feel like the tower's going to fall before that's even possible. But that's the worry. That's not the actual container for whatever this is. Your advice is talking about the Five of Wands reverse, and this is about flow instead of fight. It's about letting things flow, being in the flow, allowing things to come up. So there's part of this, it's like, oh, I can't predict everything that's coming up. And you're not supposed to. You're supposed to adjust to it as it comes forward. And part of that adjusting is making decisions based on what's going on in real time, right in front of you. Stuff that you couldn't necessarily even, you can plan as much as you possibly can, but then the things that you haven't planned for will show up. The thing is, the Emperor energy has everything that he needs in order to flow with any changes or shifts that come up. The soul lesson has more to do with the love and spiritual connection, the commitment of that. And this is also about doing things, running your, I want to even say your crew, your ship, running your life, your plan, the way that you want to do it, not the way that somebody else has done it, unless that's your choice. I feel like somebody has a template for what this could be like, but even if it's a good idea, even if it's worked for someone else, doing it your way is very important when it comes to this. In the past, I feel like this is something that is already known. Like you know this about yourself, or you know this about this particular opportunity. It's like I switch channels. I am channeling by myself for myself. And I know what's right for me going forward rather than looking at someone else's template. Even though that was helpful, it's still not your alignment. The Council of Light is talking about the star reversed. The star reversed in this other spread today was in the past. So now the higher self is talking about that again. This, I'm even hearing information, education, not being enough for you, and not in the hoity-toity way, in the way that you needed more consciousness in your plan than what was available. So what was available wasn't enough. There needed to be more. Something was missing. And this is you putting the pieces together and bringing what was missing to the pot. Your angels and guides are talking about the Queen of Cups energy. So this is totally recognizing, appreciating, and acknowledging your own intuition, your own spiritual connection, even recognizing how it is different than others, how you express your spirituality and connection with Source differently. Future self is talking about the Six of Pentacles. When I was shuffling before the recording, the Six of Pentacles it didn't jump out, so I didn't use it, but it was reversed. And then it still made its way to the board. So not reversed. The future self is talking about reciprocity, generosity, helping the collective, being connected spiritually, being connected with resources that are physical and spiritual. I'm again hearing time and energy, being connected with that flow of time and energy for, I want to say 3D and beyond, but it works on different levels in different dimensions, on different planes, whatever it is that you're doing. It's not just showing up in front of you so that you can see it in your 3D. It's showing up in different layers and expansions of self and of collective. Looking at what to release, we've got the Fool reversed and the Two of Cups reversed. And I feel like this has to do with a person, a plan that perhaps was black and white, or seeing things in a particular way that cannot be challenged for some reason. And I feel like this person or this concept has come up many times. And this is the cycle. The fool starts at the trailhead once again, usually with gnosis and wisdom, like, okay, I've done this before. I'm going to do it again from a different vantage point because I have gnosis, I have different information. And so through my experience, I will choose and think and do differently. In this case, it's like I had that opportunity to do things differently, but then I didn't. And the same outcome came up. So I learned that this is what happens. So this is in the release. You're ready. You're ready to let that go. The duality, the black and white situation, the not doing things differently, following some certain specific template or somebody else's rules, or even rules that you made for yourself, but you've already done them. And so now you can shift them and change them and evolve them. The outcome has to do with self validation. And this is the beginning. This is the beginning. There's this one opportunity that is coming up right now for you to move through, for you to manage yourself. However, this self validation, using this strength of heart, this alignment with your truth, with Lyran light field truth, this opens the door for many different streams of consciousness to come through. To others, this self validation can look fantasy like, but it's not a fantasy. It's just the way that you are seeing the world and the way that you are seeing the timeline that you are on. Others are seeing it differently, but that's because they're seeing it through their own timeline eyes. You're seeing for yourself, and that's exactly what needs to happen right now. Ooh, that's beautiful. I absolutely love it. Thank you for being here with me, Lyran Stock family. I will see you tomorrow. Happy new moon.